Good morning, little saints.
Matti want to test it.
Wow, what the weather? Does that help? It's a dark and dreary Ash Wednesday. Rainy and cloudy and dark and early still. This bus thing, I'm telling you. It feels like it's just added a little bit of time to my day, but it's critical time. Critical time. Critical time. Is there such a thing as critical time? I'm putting my seatbelt on. Yes, there is. It's critical for me to put my seatbelt on now, or that dinging will keep going. Or I might forget. If I leave it off, I might forget and ride the whole time. It's critical to do it as you first get in the car. There is such a time as critical time. The thing about critical time with riding the bus is it puts me back home late, and on Wednesdays and Fridays the gym closes at 6. That's early for a gym, but I go to the gym at a Baptist church and they close at 6 on Wednesdays. Why? Because I'm in the South, and Baptist churches in the South have Wednesday night worship church, so they're trying to get people to go. I don't know how that works. Looks to me like everybody just runs to the parking lot and leaves. But critical time. Critical time is so the bus doesn't get there till later, and I barely am going to have enough time to work out. I don't know how it's going to work on Wednesdays and Fridays, workout wise. I may have to not do the bus, but I want to. So I don't know how that's going to work. Did I say already? I tend to repeat myself in the mornings because I'm still asleep. Critical time. One could say that the time of Lent is critical time. Ash Wednesday is today, and it's the beginning of Lent, and you may see some people running around with ashes on their heads. Why ashes? It's to remind us that we have run out of time, in a sense. It's to remind us that we are from dust, and to dust we shall return. It's to remind us of our mortality, of our death, that we are temporarily housed in these mortal bodies, and that they're going to go the way of dust. Not a happy thing to think of for some people. Not a happy thing to think of, really, particularly for me. But what's the alternative? The alternative is remembering also that our spirit, um, our essence, if you will, our souls, came around with the Greeks, I think, will return to God. That's so important. What we believe about what will happen in the future shapes what we believe right now and what we'll do. So, as you take on, if you are planning to, take on a discipline, a special discipline during the season of Lent, I think I spoke a little bit yesterday about how those reminders that discipline can remind you to turn toward God. I remember the first time that I experienced how this worked, really can work. Um, I was in the habit of, when I went to pick up, I used to be a pastor, and when I went to pick up my bulletins on Fridays at the printing place, um, I always grabbed a sucker, and because they had them there on the counter for sale. And I had joined in a fast with the bishops of the United Methodist Church had called a fast, and I had joined in a fast on Fridays and couldn't eat until the evening meal. And when I went to grab that sucker, I went, oh wait, I can't eat that sucker. Oh wait, why can't I eat that sucker? It's because, and I don't remember what the reason for the fast was, but it instantly reminded me of the reason, and I prayed that reason standing right there in the coffee shop to God. It was a trigger. So that's one way a fast can work, or giving up something can work. Another way that it works in our lives is that it shows us how dependent we are on God, how fragile, how mortal we are, and that these things are transient, and it pushes us to remember what is eternal comparatively. Jesus talked about fasting and praying in the same breath. It was like it's the same paragraph in Matthew, and when you pray, and then he goes on to talk about the Lord's Prayer, which a lot of people are very familiar with. And then later, and when you fast, not so familiar. What happened? What happened to that? It's not as common anymore. doesn't fit into our lifestyles. But Jesus just assumed that we were going to do it. Um, if you are looking to fast, there are several different ways to do it. Check out some reading about it. Don't just go not eating, because in our modern society, we've developed other things. I'm sure they didn't have anorexia back then or bulimia. So, check it out, figure out what fasting would mean for you, and speak with your doctor. All right, that's it for Commute Cam today. Love you guys. Have a good Ash Wednesday if that's possible. It is possible. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.